Everybody, thank you. I will never, ever forget you. And what better place than to end my career in Buffalo, New York.
When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. Who the fuck is that guy? Oh, don't be scared, homie.
Welcome to Throwing Hands.
You're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail.
My balls are hot.
What's up with autoimmune disease just taking out people, Reese?
What did you, Reese? What did you do? What did you do to Anthony Johnson?
Reese comes into our lives all of a sudden. All these celebrities dying to immune stuff. Interesting.
All of a sudden, everybody's dying of cancer.
Funny, isn't it, Ian? Funny, isn't it? Oh, it's funny, isn't it, how you come into our lives, everybody starts dying of immune disease. You never even heard of it. All of a sudden, everybody starts dying. Funny.
Boy, fucking coincidence, ain't it?
What he said.
Oh, yeah, just a fucking quinkadink.
Yeah,
they both died in similar things.
Oh, yeah,
and you're
tell
just
us.
over here being fine, huh, Reese?
Oh, platform for 9 3/4. Think you're being funny over there, do you?
Think you're being funny, huh?
Think you're being funny, eh?
How many times have you taken a fucking train?
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Throwing Hands podcast on the SuperSour Network. Here to judge the craziness, the bullshit, and the Octagon control. A little bit of a somber beginning, as you saw, coming off the passing of Anthony Rumble Johnson. Crack it up over it already. Ian's already beat me to it. They'll drinks. If you're watching right now, drinks for Anthony Johnson if you have them.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Bop.
Anthony Rumble Johnson, who dies at 38 years old. Super sad. Very young for...
Super sour.
Super sad. Super sour. Super dead. Yeah, so
100%.
this one hurts. This one definitely hurts the MMA community. There's all deaths in any of the communities for anything you watch is horrible, but obviously there's some that will sting a little bit more than others. Anthony was just such a cool guy and such a cool competitor. Everybody keeps like posting shit and being like he was such a beast, and I'm like, yeah, we know that already. Like,
That's what his name is for.
yeah, Rumble. Yeah, dude, oh my god,
why we liked him.
When he threw hands, dude, shouts out throwing hands. When he threw hands, he looked like he was
did.
rumbling. Like he looked like, I'm gonna cue it in right here. Rumble ain't a rumble without me, boys.
So you know Rumble ain't a rumble without me.
And it's you got it.
Made me laugh at the end of that.
I always think about you mostly when I watch that scene. That's you to a T. The guy, you've seen that movie before, right? The Outsiders.
Probably, maybe.
With the greasers.
No.
Oh man, I watched it with Reese recently, and you gotta, man, we gotta watch it with you. It's such a good movie. And there's a scene
Did
where
you watch it recently?
Guys, that's the end of the podcast. We're ending on that right there. We're done. Oh,
That's how we end it.
done.
That's it.
But seriously, guys, no. If you forgot, Ian, I don't know if you knew this about, or if you remember this about Anthony, but I was telling Reese about it. There's so many cool things to talk about with him. We'll try and talk favorite fights if you can think of one. But Anthony Johnson started off at 170, but like it wasn't like, oh, it's because he was that small or whatever. Just like he just used to shrink that heavily. Like he would miss weight like crazy. Like he'd weigh in at like 180, 185 one time when he was supposed to fight at 170. Like he had some of the craziest weight misses of all time. But sometimes he'd make weight too, and when he made weight, he looked like he's just a completely different person. And then again, what was crazy about him is why he was so dominant in those divisions is he would go down to 170 and then bulk back up to like 190, 195 the next day and just squish these little dudes. So he was having so much troubles at 170 that he left. He came back and did 185. and that was pretty good, but obviously still depleting himself because then he came back and he fought at 205 light heavyweight, and then he left and came back and finished off his career with his last like few fights, and I think he became champion too, if I'm not mistaken, or almost champ at heavyweight. So it's like my man is a natural heavyweight fighter, and he used to go down to 170, and it's like that's part of his legend, and people have to remember like that was the game back
Wild.
then, and he was playing it harder than anybody else back then. People didn't know back then, like, because he comes in, right, and you're just a fan or somebody. We didn't have the access back then, so everybody's just like, oh, he's just a weird 170, or like he has a hard time making weight. But we found out that he's actually a natural heavyweight. Like he's 6 foot something. He's naturally supposed to be around walking like 200 pounds or so, and he was cutting 30 fucking pounds, 30, 40 pounds every few months or so. It was, I mean, he only did it like 3 times, I think, 3 or 4 times, because, you know, obviously then his body started not allowing him, and the UFC wouldn't allow him. But, you know, it's only part of his legend, because then, you know, he comes back and he dominates the light heavyweight division, dominates the heavyweight division. It was just such a nice guy all the way through. Like, he never once, when he came back, he was so entertaining. He was like for like what we have now as Derek Lewis. You know, it's like he's our big, entertaining, lovable guy, lovable oaf. And Rumble Johnson was just this big, lovable oaf of a guy who was just like, you know, all he did was smile and
he's just like, I just like doing that.
beat people up,
fucking throwing hands.
Yeah.
2014 is the last time he fought in the UFC.
Yeah, and he was gonna start fighting in Bellator. Before everything.
He did fight.
Yeah, he was gonna make a I think he was making.
I thought he did.
Well, it should say on his record there where his last fight where his last actual fight was. Where does it say his last fight was?
December 9th, 2020 was he is when his contract first started. On February 9th, 2021, it was announced he'd be participating in their Grand Prix tournament.
Yeah. I know he's got like one more fight that he had. I think it was like on World Series of Fighting or Bellator or something like that.
He was scheduled to fight Yoel Romero in the quarterfinal of Bellator 257 on the 16th of April. But it was announced on March 26th. The bout would be moved to May 7th. April 29th, it was announced that Yoel had failed his pre-medical exam and it was scrapped. Semifinals. Yeah, he never fought in Bellator.
Yes, he was going to. I was going to say, like, he was just about to. He was so close, and the Yoel Romero fight would have been sick on its own, but
it would have been wild.
I mean, just him fighting in a big corporation again was going to be awesome, because he's just such a face. You don't want to see. He stopped fighting, you know, supposedly because he was going to do other things, and like he just didn't want to like hurt in fighting. But then he was going to make a comeback, and that's fine. But now
he was.
Now unfortunately not. Such as, you know, a lot of fighters. You know, some fighters lost this year, and we still have a whole nother month. So hopefully, no other big L's in the MMA community, please.
I mean, it's a good thing. Stirs everything up.
Brings attention. No. By the way, I want to say that my favorite Anthony Rumble Johnson fight, probably when he beat up Lil Nog, when he beat up when he was fighting Nogueiras. I notoriously did not like the Nogueiras back in the day, and to watch him get a nice win, and all I liked that when I would see dudes that I liked up and coming in the light heavyweight and heavyweight division fight them, because I just knew they were about to get that big notch under their belt against a legend and get a knockout or something like that, because they were just targets back at that time, and Rumble just lit them up. It was amazing. It was awesome.
I mean, it's my issue of like them saying like legends in fighting sport. Like, yeah, if you fight an old legend, yeah, you're fighting an old guy. Regardless.
So you would say that Jake Paul was just fighting an old guy?
Yeah, he was.
Well,
100%.
That shouldn't matter though. That shouldn't matter, honestly.
How old is Andrew Tate?
Andrew Tate?
Yeah,
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Hold on. Let me see.
like 30 something.
He's probably almost. Yeah, Reese says she 35 years old. Andrew Tate is 35. So it's not that much older than Jake. How old is Jake? 29 or something like that? 30, 32?
No, he's probably like our age. Like
No way he's
28.
25. Shut the fuck up. He's 25.
That's wild.
Bang, bang, bang. Reload. Bang, bang, bang. What the
He's 4 years younger than us, basically. That's wild.
Whoa, chill out, bro. He's only 2 years younger than me. Calm down, boy. Hold on. All right. Let me get another beer, and then let's talk UFC 281. Break. Well, UFC 281, speaking of some fighting old guys, I wanna start talking about this card, man, by talking about Frankie Edgar, because I know I was getting some shit from Darnell, and you weren't giving me much shit. The only shit you were giving me about it was the fact that I was quote unquote babying Chris Gutierrez. I just watched this episode over recently, so I know for a fact that's what was being talked about. But Chris Gutierrez gets the KO TKO anyway, and again, so Frankie Edgar retired, meaning that he was going to retire if he won the fight, which would have been so shitty for Chris Gutierrez. But shouts out Chris Gutierrez, wins the fight, gives Frankie Edgar that going out on an L. And to your point, it doesn't matter though, because Chris Gutierrez just beat an old guy, to what you're saying, so it wouldn't really matter. Full circle of it doesn't matter.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but
It does matter for Chris Gutierrez in the sense of like what we were saying, notch under the belt, legend.
yeah, for him, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But it'd be better if Frankie went out on a win.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Like, I'm sorry, like if you're gonna go out,
I understand. I understand that, but
yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you give a survey, more than half of the people are gonna be like, you want to go out on a win.
yeah, no, I'm not being blind here and saying that like it wouldn't be great to go out on a win. It was just my opinion to say that I don't think he should. I don't really care if he does. I don't. It's not me saying that he should did. It's my opinion to say like I don't think that he should, because it would fuck up what I thought. But overall, like if he goes on a W, good for him and all. But it's just one of those where like it would. I think now that what we've actually come to the consensus of is that the fight didn't matter at all. It didn't. The whole fight didn't really matter, right? Like
For
it doesn't.
Chris,
It doesn't. Yeah, for Chris, it definitely does. That's where it does.
Either way, win or lose, it does.
Yeah.
But for Frankie, no.
But Chris starched him. He put Frankie
Oof.
to sleep. Which is when he
got
said.
him.
I watched the interview just this morning again, like because it just was on the Facebook feed, and just seeing Frankie be like, it's not the way I wanted to go out, and I'm like, yeah, nobody wants to go out that knocked out. Choked out is one thing, TKO'd, but
Loss
starched.
is loss.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
You're a simpleton, like me.
Well, if you're not first, you're last.
Exactly.
Dan
Simpleton.
Hooker. Dude, let me point out some things about the Dan Hooker fight that I noticed, okay, that I wasn't bringing up. So, first of all, during the weigh-in, I believe it was, or the face-off, or it might have even been during the fight, but I know I pointed this, at one point, like, Claudio's getting, like, tough with Dan, and Dan's, like, smiling at him. He's smiling, and it's not this, like, cocky thing. It was a smile of, like, Dan knew something. And when he got in there with Claudio, he big brothered him the entire fight. And if you see Dan, he's just smiling. Because he's just like, he's grabbing his arms, and anytime he'd grab his arms, he'd be like, dude, I can just literally do. It's like how you feel like if you grab any of you're messing with your friends, and you're messing with that one skinny arm friend, and you grab him up, and you're like, oh my God, bro, I could whip you into the sky and make you disappear like Team Rocket. It'd be insane right now. And that was the look Dan Hooker had as he was just bullying Claudio the whole fight. It was beautiful to see.
It is beautiful to see. But
how you have a butt here?
I don't know. I think Dan Hooker was just doing more of the like he's gonna take it slow and like do like, because like Dan Hooker, as much as we love him, he is not like the all out like fucking like I'm just gonna fucking bang with people, unless that's because it was I forgot who he fought. where they just like banged it out and he won by decision, like a split decision. But like his thing is like, it's like when Max Holloway was teaching fucking what's his name, like in the middle of the fight, he's like, no, when I throw this, you got to do this.
Oh yeah.
When Max Holloway was champ, Dan Hooker has that same energy,
right.
and so it's not like I don't see him like bullying people. I think he like.
Well,
he telegraphs, like when he's dominating, he telegraphs so much more. He's like, I'm gonna be throwing a big overhand right. What are you gonna do about it? And then the guy doesn't do anything. Like, obviously, he doesn't go as far as Max Holloway, who's like, he literally like grabbed the guy and was like, no, keep your arms up and shit like that.
Yeah.
But he telegraphs so much more when he's just like dominating somebody.
No,
like,
of course.
Standing. Grappling, obviously, is back and forth.
Yeah, I think bullying is like a loose term that I'm using. I think that like, for sure,
like,
I think he's having a good time in it. He's not like, he's not like,
for sure.
It's more of like, it just kind of, it looks like it from a funny standpoint, but for sure, it's great to just see him definitely having a good time. And that's what you do when you're winning in a fight. You have a great time. You're
yeah, why would you not? You're fucking winning. Obviously winning. You're like...
If you've never watched if you're watching out there and you've never been in a fight, then you don't know what it's like to win or lose. And both are very great experiences, honestly. One, it takes longer to know how great of an experience it is, but when you're winning, feels great. Feels good.
Yeah,
no matter what form of it, slap boxing, actual fight, anything.
And you shouldn't get into street fights. But said if you do, just throwing hands.
Throwing hands.
Such a great feeling.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Let loose. Don't if you've
never thrown hands, you should throw hands. I'm not saying illegally, but you should do it.
Yeah, if you haven't gotten into a fight before,
if you'd ever been in a real fight, you might not be so keen for another.
You should. There's so many fight videos where you see a guy who like just kind of gets super defensive and backs down. I mean, man, if you've never been to a fight before and you just don't know what to do, like just throw your hands.
If you've never just intimidated somebody.
Then just throw hands to get out of it, because clearly you're not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
It's wild.
All right, let's move on. We jumped ahead a little bit to the prelims, but let's talk about the what is this? Oh no, were we right where we wanted to be? Was I right? Let's talk about the early prelims. I just want to talk about one fight, which is Matt the Steamroller Frivola, which is just one of all around probably like top 3 best names all around in the UFC. That's awesome. Matt the Steamroller Frivola. I need him to become a dominant force in the UFC, so that way he can just be a household name, and I can tell people, like, you know about Steamroller? And they'll be like, you talking about Frivola? And I'm like, you already know. And then like, I need this. It's very important to me. And unfortunately now I'm too emotionally invested. But he does get the KO against Atman Azatar, which we love to see a guy who gets a win over some AZAs or some TARs or some, XQZs, whatever, XQCs, YZ squared. Any of those guys, it's good to see them get losses now. They're too dominant now.
Easy there, Jamal. Whoa.
There you go. Take two. Take two.
I'm having a strokes. Geometry 2.
There you go. Take it easy there, Geometry 2. Hey, yo. Tell Algebra over there to sit down, okay? I'm tired of fighting him and his whole team.
Wild.
I'm tired of him and Algebra 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. Okay, nobody else had Algebra 1A and 2B. All right. Mark it off. Nobody had that. It's not funny. All right, mark it off.
I had Florida thing.
Yeah.
I had 2B.
Nice. Smart guy.
Or what? It was like 2A. It was like the remedial algebra 2.
Yeah, tell your friend Parallelogram over there that I'm tired of getting wrestle fucked by him, okay?
It's geometry. Fuck that shit.
Oh god. That was a funny bit that you just slid in there. I love that. I could do that all day, calling Russian fighters like random shapes. Hey, tell your friend Octagon to get the fuck out of here, okay? Because I'm tired of you and your 17-man squad jumping everybody, all right? Get out.
Get it. You and your 17 angles just fucking up my math equation, dog. I'm in high school.
This is crazy. This is crazy. All right.
Holy shit.
Shouts out Matt Frivola. KO TKO first round. Okay, so Molly McCain. We watched that one pretty vividly, and Aaron Blanchfield has jumped up from. This is like the top 5 of like. This is the top 5 chunk of like the women that like I like in the UFC, and then here's all the women that are just like floating in the sea of like should just be removed, and then here's Aaron Blanchfield going, "Whoa, who am I? Where was I at? Who am I with the standing Kimura lock? I don't know. Who am I?" That was crazy. Do you remember this fight when we were watching it? We partied a lot when we watched this fight, ladies and gentlemen. We were partying.
I'm pretty sure I remember that because I remember Molly McCain got fucking wrecked.
She got the crucifix locked, and I mean,
she had the crucifix, but she was not throwing heavy bows.
Yes,
then it ended in something else.
Aaron got the standing Kimura, which was amazing to see. I love a standing Kimura lock like that.
Was it standing? Fuck.
Well, it was standing in the sense of like she does the move where she's move. You put your foot over them, right? So you're. I'm bad at explaining the jiu-jitsu move still, but you get it. You have the crucifix, and then you just take your right foot, you step over, and then you just crank that.
Yeah, you can apply. Yeah.
So essentially it's a standing Kimura lock, but I could be wrong. If you're watching and you know the jiu-jitsu move to the T, put it in the chat.
Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments. There you go, the chat. But yeah, that was Molly. She did what she was trying. She did everything she could do in that moment. She squirmed, so she exhausted all her energy. She got out at one point, but you know how frustrating it could be to be doing jiu-jitsu. Like you're trying so hard to get out of position, and then when you get put right back into it, I mean, you want to quit life. It's very frustrating. But Molly fought her heart out until did her best, and then eventually, when Aaron felt her go limp, she just stood up, took advantage, standing Kimura, no big deal. But Molly's got the hype, she'll come back again and get another fight. I think so.
Oh, she'll get another fight because the women's division is still a fucking joke in the UFC.
Yeah, exactly. And nobody knew who Aaron Blanchfield. Again, but that's what this it's gonna be one of these things for just if Molly McCain gets another win after this, right? Then if somebody else can dominate her, that's what these women need. They need women like Molly McCain, so that way these other women can dominate them to let them know, like, I'm better. And then they get the eyes, and that's where it should be because they're very dominant fighters. There are quite the amount right now of, like, women fighters that are making a name that are very exciting. I can't remember because I don't follow them enough, but they are making enough of a name to where, like, there just needs to be more of them that are, this is the thing, they're just good fighters. They're dominant fighters, but they're beating just other, like, quiet women who are nothing in the division, right? But if you beat, like, a Molly McCain, but that's what you're saying. You're like, okay, but there's only one Molly McCain, and it just keeps cycling out. And the other exciting women are already the champs. So it's just like,
yeah.
So it's like they need more exciting women who are just at Molly McCain number 15 level who come in and talk shit. So that way, when another woman beats her and she's dominant, and then it's just not like, because if Molly loses again after this, then it's not going to matter anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So what you're essentially saying, how this tangle of a conversation has been going is we need a better gatekeeper.
Yeah, we need
multiple.
15. What they need is they need to do a tough where it's a bunch of they need to do a tough, right? And they sit down to interview the women, right? And when they interview them,
the top 5 or the bottom 5 or the 15, like they need to be like some solid fucking gatekeepers.
No, it's not about that. No, because that's what I'm saying. That's the problem. The problem is that the gatekeepers right now, the ones that are at the top of the division behind them, are monsters. They're great, right? But they suck. Like they suck promoting. They suck at. No one gives a shit about them at all. And it's not to say that they're not good fighters. It's to say that they suck at promoting.
UFC.
That too, for sure. But that's not UFC, right? But hold on. But that's not because
that is UFC.
Well, explain Molly McCain. How did Molly McCain blow up so fucking heavily in one fight?
Because of the UFC.
No, because she was awesome. But that's what I'm saying.
No,
she literally. How are you gonna say she wasn't awesome? She won her one fight and went against all the rules. That's why she's awesome. That's why other women don't do that. So I'm saying. So hold on.
All right.
So that's what makes her, because all the other women are just great gatekeepers who are awesome fighters. Molly's also an awesome fighter who does crazy things. We have plenty of men like that in the division. We have crazy amounts of dudes who say wild shit, make names for themselves, do things they're not supposed to do, and then they get popular for it. The women's division lacks that in numbers. The only one that's like that right now is Molly McCain. So if we got if you took like the Bad Girls Club,
not anymore.
Well, I know if she loses her next fight, she'll probably just be deflated, and it's not, and that's what I'm saying. And then we'll lose the one person that we have, and then we'll have to find more. So hear me out. So here's what we do, right? We take the Bad Girls Clubs, and we take a season from the Bad Girl Club, and we put them in the Tough House, and then you interview bitches, right? You interview these bitches, and the second they go, well, I'm just from the farm, and I really love my husband. You go, get the fuck out. Go. We don't need any more of you. Get out. I muted myself. And then the first bitch that's like, I'm the greatest one that you're ever gonna see around here. I'll knock every bitch out here. And then you go, you're in the Tough House. Go, get in there, go. And then you have them all fight, and then you get 2 winners, and then they just start stirring shit up in the women's division. And everybody's like, who are these bitches? They have like 4 fights in like amateur. Who gives a shit? But they're over there middle fingers and throwing flexes, and that's what we need, is what I'm saying.
Just explained the WWE to me, and I just can't do this anymore.
We have to move on. I digress. We have to move on. Ryan Spawn destroys Dominic Spawn. I almost called them both the same person. Dominic Reyes gets destroyed by Ryan Spawn. Another knockout. And Dominic Reyes not looking too good for him. CTE is building up.
It's baby. Dominic Reyes.
Yeah, the CTE is it's just
Dominic Reyes should have never agreed to this fight.
No. Now he has another Tetris block of CTE in his head. It's almost there to the top, tippity top. Your boy took an L. Michael Chandler gets submitted by Dustin Poirier in the 3rd round.
That's because
great fight. No, I mean, hold on. Before you start talking shit, great fight, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Because that's what Michael Chandler does.
Oh,
also Dustin Poirier. Like, they're both fucking wild ass fighters. But Michael Chandler, how I've said a million fucking times over, if he didn't try to just put on a fucking great fight, that's all he does. That's his mindset. He's like, I want to make this flashy as shit. If he didn't do that and just focused on the fight, he'd be champ right now.
It's possible.
100%. He would be champ.
Yeah. I totally
would be champ.
Yeah, I mean he's very good in those moments.
He's
the other
money
thing. Like,
fight.
He has a higher. He has. If I had to guess, there would probably be percentages that say different and graphs and integers and whatnot. But if I had to guess, he's probably one of the best in those moments of like putting on a show and then actually winning while doing it. But it's the game. It's the game, and
because in Bellator, he was a fucking murderer. He put on a show, like he was like slightly flashy and shit, like Israel and shit. Like, they do, like, they clearly know they're winning. They'll do shit to like hype up the crowd and shit. But when Israel was, trying to fight, like actually, like he put on a show, but like when he actually started to fight, there was no like goofy shit. There was no just like running in recklessly trying to put on a show.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
And that's Michael Chandler. He rushes in. He wants to put on the bloodbath. And I'm like, from what I saw from you at Bellator, switching up to like what was the 2 fights before he like went on the actual like fight for the belt.
Yeah.
Like that was all like technical. Like it was slightly flashy, trying to be fucking.
Having a real problem with flashy tonight. That's a tough one for you. Make it flashy. Make it fashy.
Hold on. In this fascist nation.
It's so stupid. In this fashy nation. Go ahead.
In this flashy nation. No, he would actually like be just his regular mean self. Like he wasn't like in his last 3 fights, he literally stood in front of them and was just like, throw a punch, I'm going to throw a punch. You throw a punch, I'm going to throw a punch.
Yeah.
Didn't try for a takedown. Didn't try to move. Well, I mean, they like moved for as far as like simple boxing, but like he was just trying to put on a show. And I get it.
Yeah, well, that's what made it so back and forth.
He makes more money that way for sure, especially in the UFC. That's what a lot of fighters did. But
yeah, if you got to fight a night, you got the fight of the night bonus. So
he could be champ if he didn't try to just.
But you know,
do that
as
Darnell
Darnell
said, put on a show. I'm just gonna throw fucking hands. Like,
yeah, but
it's fucking crazy. You're a wrestler and you have hands.
But you have to accept your boy.
Combine the two.
You have to accept your boy for what he is.
I do. I love him still, but it just fucking irritates me.
Yeah, I
because
get it.
like you could be
wanted to be
champ, bro.
100%. Dude,
that was his whole thing.
Listen, man, I feel you, man. I feel the same way about Matt the Steamroller Favola. You know, me and Matt the Steamroller Favola go all the way back, and I want him to be champ. You know, and if he just stopped banging, you know, maybe he gets. I
hate you. That's a stretch. You know it.
It is, yeah. But you know, shouts out Dustin for getting the sub. I don't know what it means for Dustin. I don't really think it means much for anything, but. It doesn't mean any. You know, it's funny. The good thing about your boy is that he loses 0 stock because he's just going to get another big fucking fight after this, and everybody's going to go, holy shit, that's going to be because the list of people that people wanted to see Michael Chandler fight in the UFC at lightweight goes on. It goes, and they're all still eligible. It's at lightweight. I'd love to see him and Max Holloway at lightweight. Let's see that. I know. Let's see him and Max at lightweight. That'd be great.
Chandler would destroy Max.
Maybe.
Guaranteed.
But they would throw down, and he would probably, the thing, if they throw down, he would rock Max pretty hard for sure if he clips him. So, but you never know. Max is really fast. He's long. He starts clipping him with those 1-2s. He doesn't even get the chance. Oh, it'd be great.
He doesn't have the finishing power.
People say that about Max, but he's finished plenty of people.
Of his weight class. Segue.
So thank you for doing that segue part. That was awesome. Segue into let's just talk about we'll run over Carlo Esparza, Zhang Weili. Great that Zhang Weili's the champ over Carlo Esparza. Nobody wants Carlo Esparza. I would love to see the arguments for somebody to be like, Carlo Esparza should be champ, and I'd be like, for what reason? She's just a boring wrestler. I really don't want to see her fight anymore. I don't want to see her fight in the first place. Go ahead. Yes, Ian?
She lost.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, if anybody were to be like, yeah, point proven, yeah. And can't just. And you know, fucking Zhang Weili gets the submission, which is great. I'd be great. Again, proves why she's anybody who finishes Carla Esparza or any like boring champ of the women's division is like, yeah, you deserve to be the champ for sure over them. You got the exciting win because there's too many boring decision wins between them. But Zhang Weili is an exciting fighter, and you know, I'm happy she's champ again. I feel bad that I didn't give her the credit back then. It was, you know, we wanted Rose to be champ so bad, but now that Rose isn't in the picture anymore, I think Zhang Weili is a pretty good. I think she, you know, sure we can't understand the things she's saying. We have to go through all translator for her, but she's nice and she gets wins, and I like her. I like her, Ian. I'm just hedging my bets with the Chinese. Go ahead.
You know how this country's going.
You know how it's going. I'll be like, they'll go through all this feed and they'll go, wait a minute. And of course, Israel Adesanya. Unfortunately, the middleweight reign comes to an end where everybody was talking that shit for him and with him like, oh, you think because you won in kickboxing twice with him, you think you're just going to knock him out again? And Alex Pereira was like, yeah, shovel punch, knockout. Like it was unfortunate. I was not happy. I don't remember what round this happened. Round 5. It's one of those last moments of the fight. And Izzy could have probably pulled it out on decision, and then everybody would have called Izzy a boring decision fighter, etc. I thought it was an exciting fight.
What's new?
Yeah, but I thought it was an exciting fight. I thought Izzy's great. I always think Izzy's great. I thought it was an exciting fight. I thought it went fine, and then unfortunately, I don't know. Pereira's just stronger. He's basically the same thing body wise as Israel, but way stronger. And
rematch, Izzy's winning.
You think so?
1000%. He knocked him out. Fuck. What was it? Or well, basically knocked him out. The fucking first round. This is what I remember. It was the end of the first round. Izzy hit him with like basically a weird 1-2. He hit him. Well, I'm watching the video now. Yeah. He was basically unconscious, and then it was like,
yeah. So no boringness from Izzy in this fight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, neither of them for sure. But Izzy wins the next one. I guarantee it.
I think so.
They're gonna rematch.
Yeah, if Izzy stays humble, watches some more Naruto, I think he'll be. I think we'll get it.
When the next Naruto comes out, and he watches all of it.
I just saw a meme. I'll put it in the post. It's like Israel Adesanya. I think Naruto's better than Dragon Ball, and then the next photo is Alex Pereira knocking him out. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, UFC 281, Madison Square Garden. Good event, good card, man. Had a great time. Me and Ian were passing out at the end. Ian had the spins. I was passing out. Yeah. But you know what? Great card. Had a great time.
Oh, sorry, fans.
Let's look towards the future though. This weekend, November 19th, UFC Las Vegas, UFC Apex 65 in Las Vegas. Derek Lewis versus Sergey Spivak. Sergey Spivak, a pretty good heavyweight. He's okay. He does good stuff. He's number 12. But here's the thing. Derek Lewis all day, right? Like Derek Lewis for sure is gonna win. We're putting our bet on Derek Lewis. But
100%.
But Sergey Spivak is not to be slept on. And if you asked me for betting, I'm gonna bet betting money wise, I'm going to bet Sergey Spivak because of the 195, and he's been slept on a lot. And he's really good, man. He's real sneaky with his striking. And he's not bad on the ground. And if Derek tries to take him down, it's not going to go too well. And if Derek can't put him out in the first round, Sergey's got a gas tank on him, and it's not the best, but it's a little better than Derek's. It's a tough fight. It's not easy for Derek. Everybody sees that number 7.
So?
I think so. Bro, look at the last 3 letters of his name. VAC. Come on, bro. No, yeah, it's going to be a good fight, though. It's going to be a banger, and it's going to be fun to watch a heavyweight main events, because everybody knows, like, if your friends are falling asleep, like, hey, yo, wake up. It's literally going to be like 45 seconds, bro. 45 seconds fight. Here we go.
Guaranteed 2 rounds, basically.
Guaranteed 2 rounds for sure. At most.
Literally no one else. Kennedy. I can't pronounce his last
Kennedy
name.
guy, yeah. Go ahead. He looks like Abraham Lincoln if he were to be black. Yes, go ahead.
We've watched a couple of his fights. Pretty good. As far as he's an entertaining fighter. Oh gosh.
Yeah. I think
curse my mush mouth.
Right. Hey, it's mush mouth. But fighter. I think that this card is. Honestly, I'm looking down it. I don't know anybody on this card, bro.
I know Kennedy, and nobody knows. We know Kennedy.
I know Ian Kutelaba. I know Ian, however his name's pronounced, but
nope.
Hey, but good news for Chase Sherman. Or good news for the guy fighting Chase Sherman. Chase Sherman's gonna fall asleep and get knocked out while Bruce Buffer says Waldo Cortez Acosta. And then same for Danny Roberts. He's going to lose when he goes, Jake Della Maddalena, or however the fuck he says his last name. Hilarious. Oh, man. Look at the bottom of the card. Natalia Silva versus Marilyn Manson. That's crazy. I didn't. That's wild.
How dare you?
That's what she'll say. How dare you? Everything.
How
It was
dare you.
funny. But that's pretty much all they got going on for that card. But guys, check it out. UFC Saturday, November 19th, 4 p.m. Is the main card. So it's an early card. But yeah, we're done with that then. So now we can get into the more fun parts of the episodes. Yeah. Let's see. Let's talk about some combat news. Big news. This is I put this in the chat. I don't know if you saw this. Cain Velasquez released on bail.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Deserves it.
Hold on, let me mute this and then we'll do something. Well, no, I'll just say that right now. Cain Velasquez is the MMA fighter / tried to be in WWE sucks, but Cain Velasquez, legendary, amazing MMA fighter, Mexican representative. He there was I don't know I'd have to look at the full story again, and you can check it out yourself as well. We've talked about it in the past. He's the one who like a uncle or like a brother or like an uncle in the family. He was trying to kill a rapist, and then he shot through like he chased him.
He was trying to kill a.
Yeah, and then he killed the dad by accident or like somebody else in the family, and then the guy got away, whatever. But yeah, Cain just got released on bail. He is free. He's free. He's got murder charges.
Free.
There's gonna be some shit that still gonna be some stuff he has to go through.
He's still gonna go to jail.
I have the article right here. So UFC legend Cain Velasquez has been held by authorities for the past 8 months while he awaits his attempted murder case, but he now has been granted bail. So he still has to go to his case, but he's out. You think so? He's definitely gonna go to jail.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. What if
it's an obvious crime in front of like companies that have cameras to bear witness? No, like don't get me wrong. I'm completely justified with him trying to murder.
Yeah.
Like if someone anywhere remotely close.
Maybe he goes to Mexico? I don't know. Go ahead.
No. Can't do that because he probably could. Mexico's a fucking terrible country.
He could try,
but
he could evade.
I don't know. He'd be protected by just paying the local police to say that he's somebody else. Mexico's wild.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's lawless.
But completely justified in what he was attempting to do. Yeah, he fucked up.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's gonna go to jail for it.
Yeah, it says here he'll be facing 10 criminal charges when he goes to trial. He's charged with first-degree attempted murder. It doesn't show all his charges in order. But
the opposing the defendant. I don't know how they do that in court, but the other guy, their lawyer is gonna stack up everything that they possibly can, and whatever sticks. So all the charges that are being brought up, that's the thing. Everyone wants to go oh, this guy was accused of this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
But if it comes up innocent, they're still going to look at him and go, he probably did it.
Yeah, especially since the whole thing is in California, yeah. I don't see that there's. I don't see that there's a chance that anybody gives him any leeway. Leeway. I don't think they give him any leeway. I think he just walks in there, pleads his case, and they go, "Well, you still murdered a man in cold blood, and you have to go to jail."
His lawyer is going to be shooting for lowest possible
sentence
and all that shit. Yeah,
well, there's no death penalty in California, I'm pretty sure. So
most states don't have one anymore, which is unfortunate.
Texas, go. We kill him.
Nope.
Kill him dead.
They don't have death penalty. Well, they do, but it's super extreme nowadays.
They go
because they still have to be hip and young. Wait, you guys not killing pedals?
What?
Are you guys not killing pedals?
The Paul brothers, again, another consistent in our talking points, and that's because they have to be, because it's big what they're doing.
In a bag of chips.
For sure. But Jake Paul and Andrew Tate of all people still, it still blows my mind that this is where it's all landing, but I really wanted the Nate Diaz thing, and hopefully he gets one of them, but Andrew Tate and Jake Paul are getting closer and closer, and we actually have video footage of their most recent face-off, and it's just more and more they're seeing each other and they're talking about it. So let's go ahead and let's get the videos going for this. So this stare down's intense.
Yeah, this is not what I saw.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, let's play it. And I like this because it's a very intense stare down. And that's it. It does break up from there. They just kind of push them away.
Yeah.
But
Andrew would fucking destroy this man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the king on this one. I think Andrew Tate would take him out. I think it's pretty. But dude, this is what happens with Jake Paul. You underestimate him. I understand this is why you think the man's is copping his fights, but I if he beats Andrew Tate, that's a big W. That's bigger than Anderson Silva, in my opinion. For the clout, I wouldn't say like combat wise. Combat wise, the win over Anderson Silva is way bigger.
I don't know. I've seen decent amount of videos of their fights, like both of the Paul brothers, of their opponents like faking hits.
No. I've watched Joe Rogan. I've watched other boxers and other professional fighters break down those videos and go, it's not fake. Those aren't fake. This is for real knockouts from him. It's just how it's going. And to people's point, like you said, if people want like some kind of cushion or something like that, yeah, sure, he's knocking out chumps if you want to say that. Like, sure, but but he's knocking people
that's
out.
What he was doing before.
Yeah. But I think there it's a point that I don't think he's going for any cushy fights at all. For sure, one of the best boxers he could have gone against, like that contract didn't work out. But that boxer won't like defend himself when Jake puts out all the info saying that he had the contract ready, he had the weight, there was the weight problems that the guy was having, and the guy just, when he responds to him, he just calls Jake a little bitch, and that's it. So it just tells me, hey man, Jake's probably telling the truth, and people are always going to deny him. I mean, he's done what he could. He's done what he can. All right.
But Andrew Tate, he's probably going to win.
Yeah, if we're picking on this fight, we're saying Andrew Tate for sure. I'm placing bets on Andrew. The king.
I look like a fat version of the other two, but Andrew Tate wins.
Nice, you do.
Yeah, I do. What do you mean?
It's a good roast. You do look like a. Well,
I'm like the Paul brother who's like, you guys didn't invest in stocks.
Doritos in one hand. You guys didn't invest in stocks. Eating Doritos.
What? You guys are boxing. It's crazy.
We got all the YouTube money. Why would we box?
Oh, it's stupid.
So let's do some more videos. Let's do our in video segment where normally, guys, I want to remind you that of course we have these episodes of Throwing Hands on Patreon.com SuperSour, Patreon.com/SuperSour. $3 a month at the base subscription. One of the cheapest subscriptions on Patreon, where you can watch a lot of our content from SuperSour. That's Chomo of the Week and Florida and Friends. And of course, you can see the episodes of Throwing Hands uncensored, with the actual street fights at the end that YouTube won't allow us to put on here. So you can see that, the special content, and much more at patreon.com/SuperSour. Let's get those videos up, baby. But we got a jiu-jitsu match, and we got would you call him a sleepy boy, a sneaky boy? We'll find out. Go ahead, let it roll. Pulls guard, beautiful. Man judging wearing mask and gloves. He looks ridiculous. So the choke this guy gets him in, I'm more interesting to find out I guess it's some kind of baseball. It's not this. You think he's going to go for a triangle, but he's just got rubber guard on him. And he transitions like he's going to go for a triangle, but instead, I guess it's like some kind of baseball choke he gets.
He's a gi choking.
Yeah, gi choking him. Boom, chokes him out.
Yeah, he's out. Yeah.
He's out.
No, he pulled.
Or is he out? Ah! So good. Explain.
Shit.
Pull it back just to the
That's
middle.
wild.
That's good. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, right there.
And go ahead, break it down. Ian's gonna break it
Right
down from right
there.
here. So he's transitioned. It looks like he's going for a triangle. He's got the right way. He transitions right here like he's going for an armbar.
No, before that is when
Go ahead, pull it back
See-
even more.
I can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's definitely choking this dude with his gi.
Right? Because it doesn't.
Like
It does look like when he's
even
getting
more
the rubber.
back.
Oh, even more back.
Right there.
Oh. Yep.
Cause he takes his belt off,
Yep.
puts his foot up.
That's his gi. He grabbed the inside of his gi.
No, he pulled his. He untied his belt. See, he's holding his belt and his gi right there.
Yeah, at both.
and he's
yeah.
pulling it around. Or maybe that is just his gi.
Yeah, go watch.
That's
Go all the
fucking
way back
Wild.
again.
That's a wild ass gi choke.
So watch. Yeah. See that loose? Boom. That's all gi.
Yeah, see-
Yeah.
He pulled
It's like a
whatever that fucking was.
Yeah.
Does he have two belts?
No, I think it's just a little strand, like a little thing inside of the gi, like just like a little black piece inside the gi. It looks like. Some
Yeah,
kind of
because he's
lining.
got his gi, and then we learned that at Supremacy, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, but he like twists with it and like kind of like goes like,
Yeah, he did like a fucking weird like.
and then he's alive. He's
Almost
okay.
like-
He's back. I
He's got it. That's wild.
Yo, the ref is so mad. He's like, "Why'd you do that? The ref is, what did I
He's
do?"
like, were you? The ref's like, were you really unconscious, bro? I saw that coming from a mile away because I was hovering above you.
Pull it back to like after he gets choked out, just a little
That's
past.
fucking
Keep going, keep
right
going, keep
there.
going. Right there. Okay. Ready? Hold on. Watch. Listen. So you so this is commentary of him. He gets choked out. He's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go down. Okay.
He's
Little
out.
do they know, I did not tap. Nobody said anything, and I gotcha. Oh, oh, did you guys call it? I didn't hear anybody call it. It was part of my strategy. Oh,
That was a wild ass gi choke.
hilarious. That was great. That was great. What's up next? What did I put for next?
Something about meth.
Oh yeah, this is great. Let's see that. Okay, so Ian, I got a
gosh.
question for you, bud. Which of these two women do you think have a better? It's not about which one of you have to fight one of these two women, right? Or either. But which of these two women do you think have a better chance of really getting a good shot on you? Here we go.
Number one.
Wham! That's clean, bro. Yeah, can we get sound on this one? Actually, hold on. Yeah, put sound. Let's pull it back.
See the first one?
Yeah. Woo!
Okay. Because
186.
Oh.
Can I see the first one again?
Yeah. The first one seems like she's got a better. 1862 is what she got.
Just keep playing the first one.
Yeah, just let it keep rolling. Yeah.
You guys aren't allowed to see this.
okay.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and stop it now. I mean, first of all, before you pick, may I just say,
What kind of
clean
answer do you want?
punches.
Hey, do you want a funny answer or do you want a realistic answer?
Can I have both?
Yes.
Okay. Can I get your funny answer first, please?
All right. Either one of them. I'll fight either one. Doesn't matter. I'll
you
flip
fight-
a coin.
You'll fight.
50-50.
Will you fucking fight anybody? You would say.
Yeah. Well. Mm,
Are you at
yeah,
least?
I won't.
Are you at least impressed
I
by their
won't
punches?
win.
Are you impressed by their punches at all?
Sort of.
Sort of. All right.
I haven't been in front of one of those punching things in a while.
I know if I did it, it doesn't matter what score I get. I know I would look goofy. I'd at least fuck up on the first Then on the second one, even if I got it clean, I'd be like, it wouldn't look good. Like they looked clean with their technique. You know what I'm saying?
No, the first one looks drunk.
The first one looks drunk. No, she doesn't. She looks like that's a Muay Thai stance she has.
Reese, play it back. Thank you.
Look at her. So look, she starts bouncing.
Her hair back.
She tucks her hair back. She's bouncing.
She drops her hands.
Boom!
And just throws a big overhand right.
That's clean, bro. You're gonna tell me that's not clean?
Okay.
Yeah, 1862 is great for Taiwan. You know the average height of those people?
Yeah, that machine over there is rigged.
Yeah,
it's busted. No, so you think number 2 has the best out of the two of them? That she has the best punch?
Play number 2 again.
Play number 2 again.
Oof. Just through you scrolling. Oh my god, yeah. No.
She has a way better punch. You're right. That's
number 2. If anything, number 2 is the one who's gonna fucking rock me.
They're both big, just a big overhand rights, but she definitely looked like, I don't know. She knew what she was doing.
Number 2.
She's hit a couple men in her days.
Or she just learned from getting hit.
Just like it's different when you're seeing it from the other angle. That's for Patreon, Ian.
That's no good.
So for our last video, we've seen plenty of fight stuff right now. For our last video, I'd love to just do a little react, if we could, to what I think is one of the best Kamehamehas in all of Dragon Ball, and then we can discuss afterwards what is or isn't. So Reese, let's line it up. Let's see it. All right, so Caulifla and Goku Ultra Instinct. First of all, awesome attack. The slide. The clean. The vault.
The 3 depictions.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Disappeared. Gone. Reduced to ashes.
Impossible.
Woo.
Not gonna lie, they wasted that Kamehameha here.
Yeah, I mean, whether that was wasted or not, I think that was one of. I mean, see, the thing is like I was watching some comments, looking at some comments from that, and there's people who were posting like the Kamehameha he did on Cell, and like his Kamehameha on Cell, his Kamehameha on Vegeta, and I'm like, yeah, those are iconic, man. But like he like literally is like inches from her face, and he's just like, ah, I gotcha, bitch. Like,
yeah. So was Gohan.
No. But there's a Kamehameha where Goku does instant transmission, and then he goes right in front of Cell. But he's at an angle where they're both flying, and he's like just down from him a little bit. It's not very impressive, and it doesn't necessarily kill doesn't do anything to Cell. And I'm like, so no, but like that Kamehameha knocked out Khalifa into for the tournament. So I mean, like,
yeah.
Is there a different like Kamehameha that you would say that is better than this? Then a Kamehameha moment from Goku specifically.
No. Because when he got rid of Kid Buu, it was the it was Dragon Fist.
It was Spirit Bomb in the actual show. In the game, it's Dragon Fist. It's Spirit Bomb in the actual show.
Manga, it's Dragon Fist, man.
There you go. I was gonna say it in the manga, but in the actual show,
yeah, he does the Spirit Bomb. I thought that was in the show too.
No, but it's in the game, and that must be why, because it's in the manga. I always thought that too, because I played Budokai 3, and in Budokai 3 you kill him with the dragon. I think you at least have the ability to kill him with the Dragon Fist, and that's if you're telling me it's in the manga, that's probably why. But no, in the show he does the same thing. Because you got to remember, in the Spirit Bomb he turns Super Saiyan, pushes it through, and then wishes him to be good when he comes back, and that's that's how it goes in the show. Yeah. No Dragon Fist, unfortunately. So you would say because of that, this is by default Goku's best Kamehameha that he does then.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it shouldn't be there. It should not have been against Khalifa.
Yeah, I mean,
blah blah blah.
well, she's the only one that would put on like a big full-on bullshit attack like that. You know what I mean? Like the reckless in the sense of Dragon Ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean with the whole like sliding up with it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Only her, she would for some reason just be like, I can't believe if he did that to like.
They could have done that with Jiren.
Yeah, you're right. Anybody can be shocked in Dragon Ball, I suppose. Everybody can have the moment. What? Strongest. What, dude? That's the strongest character in Dragon Ball. What stopped him? For some reason, when he was about to get attacked, he went, "Oh
shit!
Horrible."
Yeah. It was dope seeing. It just should have been with a different character.
Yeah, I understand, but we agree that it's default the best Kamehameha from Goku. And
minus his first one.
His first, oh yeah, for sure. You're right. Good point. And may I say the best Kamehameha of all time is obviously Master Roshi's final Kamehameha in Tournament of Power. Best Kamehameha of all time.
Remember, boys.
What was it? Train hard, eat good, and sleep well, or something like that.
Train hard, eat lots.
Yeah. Sleep
and
plenty.
Sleep well.
Yeah. Sleep well.
That's
the turtle way. Yeah. That is the hermit turtle way. Oh man, what a great scene. Can we watch Master Roshi's Kamehameha? Can we get that up?
Reese, what are you fucking doing?
Hold on, I'll find it and send it in. Let's go out on this. If we can. Hopefully we don't get fucking pulled for this. Hell yes. Reese, hit us with it.
I can imagine you must have been a pretty decent fighter in your time.
Let's go throwing hands, boys.
For you, that time is come and gone.
Master Roshi.
Debatable.
Still trying to get back up? Stop embarrassing yourself. Just accept your limitations and ease gracefully into retirement.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Can go straight to hell.
Yeah.
No, don't do it, Master Roshi! Yeah, don't push too
Still only Super Saiyan.
Goku, Krillin, you're the ones who showed
us man.
He still had something left to give. That it was too soon to let the limits of age sentence him to sit idly by on the sidelines. You boys who were never content to stop, who kept aiming for and climbing greater and greater heights, want me to take it easy? No, you don't! Go down already! Now listen to me, boys!
Oh, man.
Always remember these words.
He's
well and eat and sleep plenty.
Eat and sleep plenty.
The hermit way. We must master the art of peace in addition to the art of war. Shut up and fight! The Turtle Hermit School will be with you. Always.
Always.
The greatest, most powerful Kamehameha!
Ooh. Woo-hoo-hoo. Took him so far off, disrespectfully took him off the whole fucking map.
Right, like just gone.
The devs are like, we didn't draw that far.
He's gone. Just get rid of him.
That's not old
Yeah,
Kook.
right, Krillin.
That's Master Roshi.
Tell that god of destruction.
Krillin, who's afraid of like all villains of all time.
Everything.
Stop sharing. He literally would turn to Beerus, the god of destruction, and said, "Hey, that's not an old Kook. That's Master Roshi, bitch."
Put some fucking respect on that shit. You put some cheese on that bitch. Who the fuck are you talking to?
All right, boys. That's the end of this episode of Throwing Hands on YouTube. Go over to patreon.com/SuperSour and you can watch the rest of the episode with the street fights. We just put on the street fights part for you. You don't have to, you can watch all of it here, and then you can go over there and we watch street fights and talk shit for like another 30 minutes or so. You can catch that on there. $3 a month, no big deal. Guys, you're paying more than that at gas station already. You can pay every day. You can pay $3 a month to help us out, and you can get free content for that. It's basically free at that point. We're basically giving you free shit.
You can go to the gas station and spend that money, or you could spend $3 a month and see
those bad boys. That's what I'm talking about. Well, you gotta wait for Patreon for that. That's only one arm. You don't want to. You guys don't even know for.
Shit.
Guys, thanks for watching this episode. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, stay active in the comments. It really, please, seriously, hit the like button, and subscribe. That's all we really ask for at the end of it. It does a lot to support this. Check out everything we do on social media. Joe Sourest on Twitter, @McLeodmatic on all social media. Check us out, twitch.tv/SuperSourGames, twitch.tv/McLeodmatic. And we really hope to... What?
I said eventually.
Eventually. And we hope we see you guys next week on Throwing Hands. Until then, peace.
Oh, don't be scared, homie.
Welcome to Throwing Hands.
You got, you're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail.
My balls was hot.